Hello, 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 hello. Hope you are well. It's your girl Esha here, Carnivalista in Chief of the Carnivalista Lifestyle, and I am back with another crochet and a chat. so, hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Uh, of course, American Thanksgiving was last week. Of course, I say American. In case you did not know, I'm actually from Canada. So, Canadian Thanksgiving is actually in October, not in November. So, hope you had a good Thanksgiving with you and yours. Drop me a note. Let me know how Thanksgiving was. The last live I did before we all had Thanksgiving was encouraging you to do something fun and make sure that you did something fun during Thanksgiving. You know, the holiday season can be stressful for many of us for many different reasons. And emotionally stressful as well. So if you did do something fun, please leave me a comment and let me know. Anyway, the today crochet in a chat. So first of all, before I start chatting, let me show you where I'm at with my cardigan. I did make quite a bit of headway, so not sure if you can see that. Ooh, let me pull some thread here so it doesn't unravel. Let's bring it up closer. So the front, this is the front of the cardigan. So I'm now working on a sleeve over here. Of course, there will be another sleeve on this side. You can see where I marked it with my safety pin. And then after that, I am probably going to do a front band of some kind. Not sure what that's going to look like yet, but there we go. That's where I am at with my cardigan. It's coming along very nicely. I did get a chance over the holidays. This was one of my fun things that I did over the Thanksgiving time, and that was to work on my cardigan. So I did get quite a bit done because we're into the sleeves now, which is good. All right, so what am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about how I met my hubby because many of you in this group probably did not know or do not know that I met my hubby at Trinidad Carnival. So, in case you're wondering if we met on a cruise ship, no, we did not meet on a cruise ship. So, Caribbean Carnival festivals happen throughout the Caribbean. If you have seen pretty costumes that are very, very decorative with feathers, you know, in a parade of people dancing, that is a Caribbean Carnival parade. All right, Facebook, thank you for the warning. And I met my husband back in 2006 in one of those parades while having a really great time. So I thought I would come on today and talk about that. I have seen some posts within this group, which is the I Am Beautiful group. I Am Beautiful, the movement group, in case you are watching this on YouTube after the fact. And I'll be sure to link that group if you wanted to join. I've seen some posts in this group about meeting someone, a partner, what you're looking for in a partner. Some really, really lovely videos were shared of things that husbands have done for wives, or maybe they got engaged, or, you know, there's some really, really fun videos about that. Some posts about what do you look for in a partner. So I thought I would come in and talk about that because I don't see a lot of people talk about, especially people who have found a life partner that they are happy with. I don't see a lot of people talk about the time that led up to before they met their partner, or if they did anything in preparation for meeting a partner, because I am a very strong proponent of preparing. You know, just the same way that you would prepare your food, you know, chop up stuff before you cook a meal, or you would prepare your house for house guests. I believe that there is something to be said for preparing your life for a life partner and a relationship. So it really was not a coincidence that I met my husband at Trinidad Carnival, because I had been preparing for just about 9 months to a year to ensure that to make sure I was ready. That's the better way to say it. To have a life partner, and I was ready to receive a life partner at that time. And part of my preparation, actually, no, before I get into that, let me tell the story because the story is actually fun. So I did meet my husband at Trinidad Carnival. We were, I was in costume. Yes, we were both in full costume on the day that we met. And I actually have a picture, and of course, I forgot to pull it up so I could show it to you. But anyway, if I remember, I will post it in the comments so you all could see the picture of when we met. This was back in 2006. I believe the exact date was February 28th, 2006. We were in full costume. We were with the costume provider, also known as Mass Band Tribe. That is their name. They're called Tribe. And we were both at the bar. So at Trinidad Carnival and many other Caribbean carnivals, in modern day sense, you do purchase your costume from a mass band or costume provider, and some of them provide mobile bars with drinks or food. So throughout the day, while you're dancing in the streets, you don't really have to go too far to get anything, to get something to drink, to get something to eat. So Tribe is one of those mass bands, and they also provide costumes. And my husband and I were in line at the bar getting drinks. So I was in front of him and he was standing behind me. And when I turned around, I did have two drinks in hand. Yes, I did. I had a cup of 1919 rum, straight rum. And 1919 is a branded rum sold by Angostura, which is a local rum distillery in Trinidad. And I had that, and I believe I had a cup of Malibu and pineapple juice as well. So two drinks in hand, like this. And I turn around and say hello to my now husband. He was not my husband then. So said hello. He asked me, "Are you going to drink all of that?" And immediately I knew, okay, you must not be from here, from Trinidad and Tobago, because nobody sees you at carnival time with drinks and asks you if you're going to drink all of that, because the answer is always yes. You are here to drink, party, have a good time, and take in the carnival festivities. So that was my response to him. You must not be from there. Of course, he was like, no, I'm visiting from the US, because he was living in New York at the time. I was living in Canada, in Toronto at the time. So we struck up a conversation, in the middle of the street with music blasting, with drinks in hand. We struck up a conversation. We actually took a picture together when we met at the bar at that time. So we're one of the very few couples who has a picture of when they met, to go down in prosperity, which is nice. And he asked if we could stay in touch. I said yes, because I genuinely liked him. I really liked his vibe. I have this thing about vibe when I meet people, it's a good energy, good vibe. And he was really good energy. I felt like I knew him already, which was very strange to say, but I felt like I knew him already. We just had this really, really good rapport. To long story short, so he gave me all of his phone numbers. So I got his work number, cell phone number, home number, because there were home phones back in 2006 still. He gave me all of his phone numbers. I took all of them and told him I would call him. So that is, part one of the actual meet cute for my hubby and I. So, however, at least 9 months to a year before that very fortuitous meeting, I was preparing. And I probably won't go into everything today because there was a lot that I consciously did, because 9 months to a year before meeting my husband, Tarek, I had a really bad breakup. I broke up with my boyfriend of 3 years at that time. So this would be January 2005. So this was almost exactly a year before I met Tarek. I was going through a really bad breakup. It was a relationship that was not meeting the needs that I had at the time. Um, my boyfriend at the time was not ready to settle down, although we'd already been dating for 3 years. So, yeah, it was a really, really bad breakup for many different reasons. But after that breakup happened, or I should say, and after that breakup happened, I didn't swear off men or anything like that. I really was honest with myself and honest in the way that I knew I wanted to have a life partner and I wanted to settle down with someone. I wanted to get married. I wanted to have children. And I don't think I was 100% honest with myself up until that point. So that's why it was a very interesting year for me, because I really sat down and thought about what I really wanted. Who did I want to be with? What did I want in a life partner? What did I want from a relationship? And I wrote all of that down. Again, this is not the video to go into everything in depth, but here's the takeaway. The takeaway is if what you want out of life is a life partner, the time to do that is no time like the present, right? Make a list, write it down exactly what you were looking for, and begin to make room in your life for a life partner. And there's many different ways that you can do that. One of the ways that I did that at the time was to break it off completely with my ex-boyfriend, because when you have, I think in the Caribbean they say this, old car in your driveway, is not a good thing. And that's because the old is blocking the new. So that was really one of the things that I really broke it off completely with my ex-boyfriend, because we were kind of in this limbo phase for probably about a month. And, it was kind of like, okay, well, are you going to want to settle down anytime soon? And it was kind of like, yeah, maybe, no. And at that point, I completely decided to break it off, because if he was not able to give me what I wanted at the time, then I needed to break that off completely and not hang on and wonder if it was ever going to happen, right? And I also didn't want to not lower my standards, but I also didn't want to let myself down, because I knew what I really wanted. And I knew I wasn't going to get it from him. So yeah, at that point, broke off that relationship. So that was one of the things that I did to start making room for a relationship that was worthy of me, that I really wanted, and making room for what I wanted to show up in my life in a beautiful way. So that was just one thing that I did. There's a whole list of other things that I did at that time. But I just wanted to share those two things with you today. The story of when Esha met Tarek, our meet cute. And then the second piece of one of the things that I did to get ready for that new relationship, which was 9 to 12 months, pretty much a year before I even laid eyes on my current husband. It was a whole series of prep. So I hope that was fun for you to listen to, and, watch me crochet and continue my cardigan. I do hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are. I think I have one more live until the end of the year, which is next week, because I'm going to take the last 2 weeks of the year off to be with my family and be completely present with my family over the holiday season. But next week, I will definitely talk some more about this. So if this is something that you're interested in hearing more about, tune in next week. We'll talk some more about that before breaking it off for the end of the year. All right. That's it for me today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will be back next week. As always, hugging you up.